Hi, I'm Thomas Wilson, Music Director of the Chamber Orchestra of the Springs, and coming up on February 19th, we have a very, very special concert, Voices of the African Diaspora. And we have 3 vocalists from across the country for this amazing performance, and it's going to be absolutely packed. We're adding chairs. It might be a little crazy around here, so there's going to be a great time. I'd like to talk to each of these performers and introduce them to you because these are very special talents. These are amazing voices. We're just in the middle of a rehearsal right now, and I just can't believe what I'm hearing just right next to me. What a privilege to hear these amazing voices. And I'd like to start with Stephanie Anball, our soprano. Tell us where you're from, what you're singing, and how you feel about it.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having me. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm singing several pieces on the program. So I'm doing the Undine Smith-Moore, the 3 songs on the Baha'i text, which are 3 beautiful, beautiful chamber pieces, and I'm so thrilled to be bringing these to life. I'm singing the Echoes from the Journey by Zenobia Powell Perry, and it's just an extraordinary sort of large-scale, voluminous piece with some narration, and there's a beautiful vocal line, and the orchestra part is incredible, and it's a pleasure to sing that. It's got lots of spirituals in it, so things that people will recognize. And I'm singing the Jesse Montgomery, I Want to Go Home. Spiritual was for soprano and strings, which is just, that's one of my favorite things that I've ever sung. It's so exquisite. And then I have a bit of narration in the Abu that I will be doing with Marcus. So lots
Excellent.
of fabulous music.
Excellent. So, and we're so glad to have you here. Yeah, the Powell that you're singing, we just finished rehearsing it. And it's so amazing because although she composed it in 1990, it's got that old America flair. It feels like it was written in about 1890.
Yeah.
And it just sort of works, storytelling through familiar tunes. So I really like it. I like it a lot. So next up is our mezzo-soprano, GeDeane Graham. And GeDeane, tell us, where are you from, what are you singing, and how do you feel about it?
Okay, my name is GeDeane Graham. I am from Bay Springs, Mississippi. I am singing Nightsongs by Leslie Adams, as well as Jesse Montgomery's Loisaida. How I feel about them. The Nightsongs literally transcend you to a place of every thought you have had in each moment in your life at night. We've been mad at night. We've been sad and depressed at night. We've been praying at night. We've been wishing to be someone else at night. And we've been in love at night. And then we just have our little ditties that we like to just have to like calm us down so that we can sleep. The other piece, what I really, really love about that is that it is English meeting Spanish. And it has a cabaret feel. And I feel as though it's one of those pieces that if you wanted to take it out of a classical concept, it would go over very well. I feel like it could definitely be a crossover piece.
Excellent, excellent. And I think for all of us, those night songs have been a labor of love.
Yeah.
Obviously the publishing, there's a lot of wrong notes. We had to get them all corrected and some other issues in the parts, but we just rehearsed them and I think we've got them. And they really are special. They're just wonderful. And H. Leslie Adams has this way of writing these really complex harmonies that are very hard to orchestrate. So it's an amazing accomplishment, I think, that set of songs. And I'm just so glad you're here to sing it with us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our third vocalist, you bet. Our third vocalist is Marcus King. And what a voice. I'm so amazed. So tell us, what are you singing? How do you feel about it? And where you're from. Start with where you're from.
Yes. I'm Marcus King, and I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, home of Elvis and the blues. I'm singing Leslie Adams' The Dunbar Songs, which is a three-song cycle of lush harmonies, as you mentioned. Challenging. I'd say the first song I would say is Soaring Hope. which is about a bird flying through a storm and continuing to sing it, to continuing to fly. Second song, She Gave Me a Rose. Just the amazement of falling in love and taking that step. I would say bravery. That would be the word that comes to mind when I hear that song. The third song is Valse, which is about, I'd say it's about, I'm talking to my love, and we're just going through life, and it's like a journey from the beginning to the end of life, I think. I personally want to dedicate it to my minister of music's wife, who recently passed away. The last verse, if you come and hear it, I definitely think of her. She passed away about a couple of weeks ago. She was a singer, and she loved to dance, and she was just such a bright spirit. So I think of her when I think of these songs. I'm also rapping. Andre Meyer's Double Negative, a cool piece. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for that. Very, very cool piece with strings. It's such a neat combination of hip hop and classical music.
It's a Lully march from one of his operas, and then that's welded with rap, and it's so cool. It just works.
It fits like a glove. And the last piece, I'm collaborating with Stephanie on Abu by George Walker. Storytelling, which is deep in the African tradition. So you will get a chance to hear us in our element.
And we've been playing a lot of George Walker lately. We just played the poem for violin and orchestra with Gregory Walker, George Walker's son. So for us, this is somewhat familiar territory, but he never makes it easy. It's always hard. There's always those multi-meters and crazy rhythms. He never makes it easy on you. So I do love it, though. It's always worth the effort. So we're going to be on February 18th in Denver. I'm going to leave it to our advertising folks to get the exact information on the screen, because there's not a chance I would get it right. And February 19th at First Christian in Colorado Springs, and it's looking like it's going to be a packed house. So just come and hear some great music. And even if you have to sit in the extra seats out in the hallway or something, these voices will fill 5 churches. They're such big, beautiful, resonant, wonderful voices. So thank you to all 3 of you, and we'll see you at the concert. Thank you.